This is Kevin with EyesON Sports. I want to thank you, coaches, for your willingness to do some beta testing. I'm going to walk through the scoring just in brief, just to get you started. Um, when you open up the app on the main tab, you're going to be able to create your teams. You can create as many as you want. Just kind of fill out right there. Once you enter in all your team information, we keep it pretty limited for right now. You've got your schedule, you build that out, build your rosters, all the various people. And then lineups, these are default lineups. You don't need to create them, but you can if you want to expedite the process. We'll go in that in more depth later. But let's start out just so you can kind of get going with a game. You fill all this stuff out. Maybe you added a default lineup right here. Maybe you found a team you wanted, or you can just type in text of a default team and it gives you a bunch of players. And let's get this thing going. You click on Start Scoring Game. It auto-populates my lineup. I can, of course, move my lineup around and make edits. I'll do some edits right here for the other team. You can start going left to right, whether it's the position and then the person, or you can go the person then position, and it just fills out your lineup. Do that pretty quick. You can have as many extra hitters as you want. When you put in a DH, the DH, it automatically the last batter won't hit. So this lineup is not exactly accurate. So you put the pitcher down here, so this last person won't hit. If you made a mistake as far as who's home and visitor, you can switch it right there. But once you're good to go, you click this Lineups Complete button, and you get started. So it's going to give you a window. Those of you that do the game clock, just let you know it starts the moment on the first pitch. You can return to the lineup if you need to move things around. We'll go back to the schedule. So the layout of the scoring app is you got the score sheet on your left-hand side. You've got the scoreboard up top, and then we've got the pitching perspective right here. We do it from a catcher's perspective because the scorekeeper is generally speaking in the behind the dugout. One of the things that might be helpful for you to do is when you go into controls and you scroll down, it gives you location, pitch type. I'm going to activate these so you can see them. So let's start out with just a basic. There's a pitch, just a basic strike ball, foul ball. You've got a ball that's put in play, batter's out or safe. You also have pre-pitch events, and then you have runners only events. So I'm going to briefly go through those. That's kind of the basics in baseball. So let's register a pitch. We got that location. We got FB for fastball, changeup, etc. And the pitch speed. If you need to move it around, you can. And it tells you kind of what you did right up here. It's just a reminder. If you made a mistake, you can click the back button and go, it was actually 75 miles an hour. And then you can say it was a called strike. Once you do that, it obviously registers on the score sheet. It tells you it's a strike here. So that's the basics on balls and strikes. So you kind of zip through that. It's a slider for 68 miles an hour for a swinging strike. Now, if you don't need all these things, let's say you're just doing pitch location, you can do let's say it's over here and they called it a ball. So you can kind of speed this stuff up depending on how fast you want to go. If you're not interested at all in that stuff, you just want the results, you can just do it here. So let's say batter gets on base. You select the on base button. You've got on base hit types. Let's say it's a ground. You've got these options: single, double, triple, home run. We put it on the bases to make things easier. If it's an error, you can select it here. Let's just do a single. It automatically moves the batter. We have this drag runners as needed. You can move the runner. So if you need to, let's just keep it simple. Do runners complete. Now, because we do this spray charts and all that, we try and make it as accurate as possible. And for animation, you select on the defender that fielded it and move the person where they fielded the ball. And it draws the hit path. Play complete. Another example, we can do let's do a fly ball for a triple. Click runners complete, and he hits it over here. If you want, you can have him throw the ball to this person. That's kind of the basics on that. Now, things are a little bit different. Let's say a home run. If I select a home run, there's no defenders involved or anything like that, you would just select in the outfield or in the home run area where they hit the ball. Click play complete. So that's kind of the expedited, that's how you score on base stuff. Let's do a basic out, do that process. Let's say it's a ground out, a normal 6-3 to the shortstop. Click runners complete. Now once you select on the shortstop or whatever position, it's going to give you some options up top so you can speed it up. You can grab this defender and put him on first base, or just select 6-3 and you're good to go. So let's think a complicated, more double play. I'm going to do a hit by pitch. You can just hit the batter. You don't have to do anything fancy, and it puts the runner on. As you can see, this is what goes on with the runners. And I'm going to select out. We've got a double play toggle here. Let's say it's a ground, and click on runners complete. Now when I select it on the shortstop, I have different options. 6-4-3, 6-U-3, go 6-4-3. So that's the kind of the quick double plays. That's how you register that. If you need to tag a runner that's not a force out, or even it's a force out if they're tagged, let's say he does a single and he gets out trying to reach second base, throws it over, hits over here, he throws it to the shortstop. You can see it says tag the runner, play complete. So that's the process right there. Now if you get a runner on, let's say the coach puts this batter on because he just hit 5 home runs and he's a rock star. There's pre-pitch stuff where you can see this runner pre-pitch. I can click on that. Let's say if it's a pickoff, you have these options here, you'd select it. Or if you want to do an advance, stolen base, error, etc. You also have the balk option. Let's cancel this out. Let's say there's a pitch that it's a stolen base. You know, they throws the pitch and it's a stolen base. We have this toggle up top. We have to know in advance based off the animation. So toggle it. Let's say it's a ball, and now the runner on first, could be a stolen base or a wild pitch, etc. You click apply, and that's how you move the runners up there. So that's kind of the basics of scoring. We'd like you guys to kind of tinker around and see what you see. If you need to do substitutions, we have the pitcher right up top here. If you want to do a sub, the batter, the runners, you can just click on the runner over here. You can sub out kind of a fast, the people that are on base or the batters, etc. Or you can go over here and do the substitutions. You can move the batter right there. So that's the basic subs, player swaps, etc. We also have pitch smart information. Some of these numbers are off just because I am using test data, but this gives you pitches per inning, total pitches, max pitches, and it just slowly counts down. So it's based off of the pitch smart calculations. If you need to end a half inning, you can go into controls, you can end a half inning, you can skip a batter, you need to end the game right now, or you need to return to the schedule. It's all right here in controls. So that's it in a nutshell. If you need to expand the score sheet, collapse the score sheet, and that is a quick down and dirty on getting you started. I hope you enjoy your time. Feel free. We'd love any feedback you can provide. What's good, what's terrible, what's broken. Let us know if it hangs on you, if there's data not in the score sheet, whatever it is. Please send it back. You can do it directly into test flight. When you go into test flight right here, there's a feedback right here. Send beta feedback. You can if you took a screenshot, you can add it, or just email us at userfeedback@EyesOnSports.com. That is all I got. Definitely appreciate your time, and thank you very much for taking the time to be a tester.